Can you spare a coin? I can eat for... Thank you. Blessings of Archay upon you.
Is everything all right? You look a bit ill.
How do you do? Have you ever spoken with Nazi about hand-to-hand combat?
Nazi is quite a
Yes. Look at them. How are you? Have you been well recently?
prayers have woken me from my endless dream. Or perhaps you have entered my dream, and I still sleep. I think others have sometimes spoken to me. Others like you, but my memory is doubtful. Perhaps the others came after you. Your need must be great for the gods to allow us to speak. Has Umaril the Accursed found a way back? The foulest of a foul race. 1,000 curses upon his unholy name. I thought I'd won, but I should have known. The slave masters are a cunning breed. Umaril found a way to cheat death as I could not. If you would seek for my relics, I know little that can help you. All that has passed since my death is light that my mind cannot take hold of. My friends built a shrine sight of my death, where the elves tormented me in a final act of revenge. I can show you where it once stood. Perhaps it is there still. Fare thee well, Sir Knight. May the gods grant you to destroy Umaril utterly, as I failed to do.
Oh!
Swift, your money or your life? Actually.
By the strength and guidance of the Nine, who comes before us upon this sacred ground, seeking the cuirass of the Divine Crusader? Step forward, adventurer, and face us each in honorable combat. For the vows we fail to revere in life, we shall uphold in death. No unworthy soul shall lay hands upon this sacred artifact without the leave of the Knights of the Nine. Impressive. You have bested Sir Casimir. Now face Sir Ralphus. Sir Ralphus, you have fallen. Step back and let the challenge continue. Sir Henrik, come forward and prove yourself. You have overcome half of us, and yet you remain standing. Perhaps Sir Caius shall test your true mettle. You have lost, Sir Junkin. Sir Torolf, show the challenger the ferocity of the North. You have stood against the Knights of the Nine and lived. However, the final test is upon you. Ready yourself, Sir Knight, and face me! Sir Knight, in 300 years, none have stood against us and lived. Step forward and claim what is yours by right. May your faith be true. By the Nine! I've not seen such strength! Could you be... No, you cannot. You are simply a noble knight. One of the mightiest knights of my day. It was a great boost to the Order's prestige when he joined. Unfortunately, he and I did not see eye to eye on certain matters. He left the Order during the War of the Red Diamond and never returned. You completed the quest that I could not. I'm glad that my death at least finished what we began. Walk with the Nine, Sir Knight.
I am at your service, Commander. In death, we continue the work that escaped us in life. The relics must still be guarded, for someday they shall be needed once more. Alas, my old comrade is not among us here. We do not know why his spirit did not join us here to guard our last relic. We were estranged in life, but I had hoped that in death we could be reconciled. For my part, I now know that I am largely to blame for the ruin of the old order. Sir Amiel takes too much upon himself. I will say no more. Go with virtue.
I wish to see you succeed where I failed. I was on the path to the boots of the Crusader, but died before I reached them. Do you wish to learn what little I know? I cannot tell you exactly how to find the boots, for that will be up to Kynareth. I can tell you to seek out her priests, though. West of the Imperial City, on the edge of the Great Forest, is a shrine. You will find them there, and they will tell you what you need to know. The boots are safeguarded by Kynareth herself. You must be tested and prove yourself worthy to acquire them. The wars of men undermine the service of the Nine. Do not follow in our mistakes. Walk with the Nine, Sir Knight.
I am at your service, Commander. Complacency proved to be our greatest enemy. The service of the Nine requires eternal vigilance. May the Nine guide your way.
How may I serve you, Commander? The boots have been guarded by Kynareth herself for the longest. In matters of faith, one cannot be bogged down in the affairs of this world. Learn from us. Cast aside your treasures and serve the Nine. Go with virtue.
If you are true to the teachings of Julianus, it may be possible for you to find the shield of the Crusader. When the Order crumbled, I set out on my own. After years of searching, I found the shield and brought it to Fort Bulwark for safekeeping. With the help of a few trusted friends, I began work to keep the shield safe for all eternity. I never saw my work finished. I died defending the fort from those who would take and misuse the shield. I never saw our work finished. I trust that the others carried on without me. It lies in the southeast of Cyrodiil, near the Black Marsh border. If all went according to plan, it should be very well guarded now. Believe in yourself, and use your knowledge wisely. You will pass through unharmed, and the shield will be yours. History and knowledge are his domain. He is the god of wisdom and logic. He teaches us, know the truth, observe the law. When in doubt, seek wisdom from the wise. Though we went our separate ways when the Order fell, we all served the Nine in our hearts. All but one.
The shield is safeguarded within Fort Bulwark. It is protected, and care must be taken when attempting to find it. Look to the southeast of Cyrodiil to find it. I cannot say for certain what is inside, but be prepared for anything. Look to the southeast of... Walk with the Nine, Sir Knight.
You have my tribute, Sir Knight. In 300 years, none have passed the gauntlet. In 300 years, we have never known hope. But for the first time, it seems that someone may succeed where we have failed. I see in you the chance to redeem our souls and restore the Order. And now, I must ask you to press forward where I could not. I must ask you to face the challenge of Zenithar. I was arrogant and foolhardy. I sought personal glory. I placed my own will and my own lust for fame over the will of the Nine. In facing the challenge of Zenithar, I failed. I tried dozens, no hundreds of times to reach the mace. I fell each time. And each time I awoke in the chapel, I leapt again. I tried to enlist the help of the other knights, but none would come to my aid. The inscription says to walk in the faith, but even now, I do not know what this means. Below the chapel of Zenithar in Leyawiin, there is a shrine to the great craftsman St. Calidus. Those seeking the mace must pray before the shrine. When you bow, you will receive a vision, or perhaps not. It is unclear. The priest saw that my body never moved, but it felt so real. You will see the mace, separated from you by a great chasm. The chasm represents your doubt. Your faith must be your guide across it. This is what I know. As I said, my faith was weak. I did not understand the test, and I fell from the platform each time I tried to cross. I have told you all that I know. All that is left is for you to prove yourself more worthy than I. If you seek the mace, travel to Leyawiin's chapel, kneel at the shrine in the Undercroft, and let your faith in the Nine be the salvation of us all. Our greed for the relics overshadowed our faith in the Nine. I can only hope that you are stronger than we were. Legends say that when Pelinal Whitestrake was slain by the Aylids, a messenger carried the mace to the human settlement of Leyawiin as a message. Centuries later, the master craftsman St. Calidus built the Chapel of Zenithar in Leyawiin as a tribute to the legend. When St. Calidus was laid to rest, those who prayed to Zenithar at his tomb began to receive visions of the mace of the Crusader. Of the original divines, Zenithar is thought to be the most in touch with the mortal realm. Some legends say that Zenithar has close ties to Kynareth, an idea that is supported by the manner in which the two gods' realms interact. Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided by Kynareth's natural world. The two work in harmony, the natural world providing for the craftsmen. One cannot revere Zenithar without acknowledging the power of Kynareth. Go with virtue.
I know where you may find the gauntlets of the Crusader, for I was the one who lost them. Though many know where they are still lost. I believe there is something you must do in order to retrieve them. Would you listen to my tale and learn of the gauntlet's fate? When the Order fractured, I followed Sir Beric into war, taking the gauntlets with me. When it was over, I returned to Cyrodiil. I attempted to return to the service of the Nine, but the war had changed me. I no longer had sympathy for the weak or pity for the suffering. In the brief time I was there, I did more to hurt the chapel than help it. It was there that I was cursed. A beggar who came to the chapel each day for help tried my patience one too many times. I lost my temper and struck him. My blow landed harder than I had intended, and he fell to the floor dead, killed in the very chapel of the God of Mercy. I left the chapel at once, of course, but the damage was done. I was weak, constantly weary, and lacked the energy to do almost anything. Ah, yes. As proof of the deed, when I struck the poor man, the gauntlets slipped right off my hands and fell to the floor. Heavy as stone, they would not move. None could lift them. I suspect they lie there still, in Coral's chapel. You must prove to Stendarr you are worthy to lift the gauntlets once more. Seek out the priests in Coral. Perhaps they can help you. When Sir Juncan died while questing after the boots, I mourned his loss. Now I wonder if perhaps it was a mercy that he left us when he did. It was placed on me for defying the teachings of Stendarr in his very chapel. My entire lineage was ruined by this curse. Whether it is connected to the fate of the gauntlets, I do not know. Sir Alvis quested for the mace after Sir Beric's betrayal. He believed that with the mace, he would be able to bring the rest of us together. He stayed in the chapel of Leyawiin for months, attempting the test over and over. He hardly ate, hardly slept. In the end, he failed. He left the chapel broken and beaten. Sir Amael found his body and laid him to rest here at the Priory. May your sword strike true.
a mortal come to do my bidding. I only wish suffering and death. You will bring me both. I want to see a man brought to the edge and pushed. Near Brindlehelm, you will find Milus Patilius, a good man, an honorable man. He disgusts me. You will let him kill you with this, the cursed mace. As you are doing this for me, I'll save your miserable life. Probably. Get out of my sight.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Good morning. Fighter's Guild is a good place to go if you need weapons training.
What brings you here, my son? Ah, yes. The gauntlets have been here for ages. I know only the basic story behind them. They're more of a novelty these days. My only real involvement with them these days is keeping the youngsters from hurting themselves trying to pick the gauntlets up. What is your interest in them, if I may ask? Yes, well, I don't know the whole thing. A great many years ago, a knight of the Old Order did something terrible, and the gauntlets just fell off. They dropped to the floor right where he stood, and no one could lift them. It was a sign of the curse placed upon this knight by Stendar, I think. That curse still lingers on today, in fact. Poor Kellen. Oh, why, he's a descendant of that very night from so long ago. The curse has affected his family all these years. He suffers from it now. He came here from Hammerfell seeking a cure, but... well, there's really nothing that can be done for him, I think. He may know more of the story than I. Perhaps you should speak with him if he's feeling well enough. It's a horrible thing, truly. One cannot help but pity those such as Kellen, who have such a burden placed on them through no fault of their own. But if it is the will of the Nine, then there is little that can be done. The Gauntlets have been here far longer than any of us. I don't expect that to ever change. They'll almost certainly be here long after we're all gone. Certainly after Kellen's family has died out. He's down in the chapel hall, resting. You may speak to him if you like. Goodbye!
It's good to have a bit of good news. Oh, those. You'll want to speak to Arelder about them. He's in charge of keeping people away from them. In Coral, we Highlanders treat our gods' teachings as rules to live by. Our lives are governed by the Ten Commands. Farewell.
Hello. What is it? Is there a cure? Has Arelder found a cure? I know there's something he's not telling me. Ah, so you've heard it, have you? Terrible curse. Been in the family almost longer than anyone can remember. When I was younger, I could live with it. Wasn't so bad. But until it gotten worse over time, I'd come here, to the place it all happened, in the hopes that something could be done. I fear I haven't much time left otherwise. Arelder has let me stay, mostly out of pity, I think. But there's something else. I swear he knows more than he tells. Goodbye. Come back to... You've seen them, I assume. The only evidence of what happened so many years ago. Do you know that I thought perhaps I could lift them? That somehow this curse would be lifted if I could pick them up. I tried for hours, until my whole body ached, and I could barely move. I lay there on the floor next to them, weeping. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I've been at the end of my rope. I don't know. I've seen plenty of... And when I speak... The church is still in turmoil from the attack on the Chapel of Dibella. I don't think anyone has had time to really study this prophet's teachings. My best advice would be to go, listen carefully, and just... I don't know why. Be seeing you.
Hi there.
What's going on with you?
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of Imperial goods in the land of the Altar.
It seems Somerset Isle has become a much more dangerous place.
See you.
Bye.
I'm honored to speak to the champion of Cyrodiil. I will... The curve, do you... I've heard about that. The church has taken no official position. Good day.
Hello.
You. The thought of what might have happened. But it's over.
Bye. We're all in your debt for closing that Oblivion gate. I heard... I don't know. I don't think... Goodbye.
By the gods, there's a psychopath on the loose!
It's my pleasure. Bye. Well met. Good day. I hope I can... Tell me more. Take care.
Yeah!
A pleasure to speak. Farewell.
Looks like you are in some trouble. Since we're friends, don't worry. I'll look the other way and take care of that fine for you. Speak, citizen. Take care.
Please, join me. Well met. Goodbye.
Any friend of mine. Farewell.
How are you today? Greetings, champion. I don't know why. I don't think... I heard that... I don't know why. Take care. By the Nine Divines! Assault! Assault! By the Nine Divines! Assault! Assault! It's my pleasure. Bye.
No idea.
Without question.
Everyone wants to know what really happened.
I bet you hear this all the time. The gauntlets, eh? He seems to be different than you. Maybe. Yes, it's all very... I don't understand what...
In the temple. What happened to Mark?
Fine. Good
Greeting.
day.
He's down. I wish... Farewell.
Welcome. Be seeing you.
Greetings. I don't know why they're still here. I don't know why they're still... The church is still in turmoil. I don't think anyone has had time to really study this prophet's... Good day.
It's all over, lawbreaker. Your spree is at an end. I'll take any stolen goods you have. The next move is yours. Pay your... Here's the procedure.
Good afternoon. Duty calls. Take care. My pleasure. Is everything all right? You look a bit ill.
Greetings to you. If you all... Farewell.
Well, I run the no... There are no... I knew...
Oh!
What do you need, champion?
Well met, adventurer. Perhaps... A small group of skooma dealers led by a Dunmer named Kailis Lanavo is holed up in the Greyland settlement, just up the road. I've been trying to catch Lanavo for months, but every time I approach the place, his lookout sees me, and he goes running. I need someone to go in there and put a stop to those fetchers. I don't care what it takes. We must get that poison they're selling off the street. Bring me Lanavo's ring as proof he's been dealt with, and I'll give you the bounty on him. Don't be vigilant. Lanavo is a snake.
It's you. I've heard of you. You're the one restoring the Knights of the Nine, aren't you? My name is Caridus O'Holan. Like you, I am a servant of the Nine, specifically of Zenithar. I came here seeking his mace. However, I could not pass the test. I'm no crusader, but that doesn't mean that I cannot serve Zenithar. In light of the recent attacks, I've signed on to protect the chapel. I'm fair with the blade, and by my honor, I'll serve the Nine in any way I can. I grew up in Cheydinhal. My father was a cobbler. My mother was an acolyte of Zenithar. She was self-taught, not part of the chapel proper. Of the original divines, Zenithar is thought some let crafts the two legend sent when legends centuries one say of the some legends say that Zenithar has close ties to Kinnereth, an idea that is supported by the manner in which the two gods' realms interact. Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided by Kinnereth's natural world. The two work in harmony. The natural world providing for the craftsman. One cannot revere Zenithar without acknowledging the power of Kinnereth. Good day.
Well met.
Hail!
Hello!
If you...
What brings... You have been in the chapel of... We gather here to pay... You would seek the holy relic... Kinnereth's creations... I cannot say what it will be. All I... Not far from here, to the west, nestled within the great... I warn... Indeed. Nature itself is Kinnereth's domain. All its creatures are her wards. You would do well to remember this when it comes time for your test. Then proceed. Good luck. You must... Farewell.
The pleasure is all mine.
What's new with you?
The skooma trade is making a lot of money for the tribes and elsewhere. And a lot of that is going to the Renridra Kryn.
Welcome. I see it on in her in.
you'll ever make.
Well met. It's our natural bet.
Farewell.